evening and welcome to the start of the second century of News Geelong programs as we move into 2011. On tonight's news, we venture down to the beautiful Surf Coast, featuring news on Victoria's first ever dedicated stand-up paddle championships, starting at the world-famous Bells Beach and concluding at Cosy Corner in Torquay. From the world of Geelong sport, it's Saddle Up Geelong, 'cause here we come, with World Series sprint cars from Avalon Speedway. And from the weather world, yes, Tiger, she's back. Sparkling Lani Salathiel will update us on the expected weather for the next 5 days of 2011 in and around Geelong and District. Opening tonight's News Geelong, we wing our way down to the Surf Coast, where we will host Victoria's first ever dedicated stand-up paddle championships. Stand-up paddling is claimed to be the world's fastest growing new sport. The event will run on January 21 and will involve a paddle race starting at Bells Beach and concluding at Cosy Corner, as Debbie Meaney reports.
Victoria's first ever stand-up paddleboard competition is being held at the end of this month, with competitors from all over Australia on the SUP event. I caught up with Max Wells, the contest director, to tell us about it.
Yeah, rollers just come on board and we're running the first ever Victorian roller SUP championships, so it's fantastic and we're really excited about it. And you know, the race from Bells Beach to Torquay, we think will be a pretty cool thing to be involved with. And the SUP riders, we thought it'd be a Victorian thing, but it's already blown out and we've got people from Queensland signing on. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend.
And it's held at the end of this month?
It's held on January 22nd. The base of it will be Point Danger in Torquay, but as I said, the initial race will be Bells to Torquay, and then after that we'll be doing the surf location down on Point Danger.
But it's not also for people competing. I've read that there's more information.
Yeah, we will have some come and try on the day, or we'll have some experiences and opportunities for people to try out the new equipment. It's a sport that's just growing before our eyes. So gear changes every day in this sport at the moment. So yeah, it's an exciting thing to be a part of.
And how can people sign up if they want to actually jump onto the competition?
If they just go to www.surfingvic.com and look for roller subtitles, and they'll be able to find out all the information there.
In Torquay, this is Debbie Meaney for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. Transport options have been boosted on the Surf Coast this summer with additional seasonal bus services between Torquay, Lorne, Colac and Winchelsea, providing improved transport for employment, trips to the beach, travel to events and better access to local services, as Ian Nichols reports.
It's a hot summer's day and a time when a new bus service is being introduced for the summer. It goes to outlying areas like Winchelsea, Lorne and this little town of Mauriac. It's a great service that'll be running over the summer months, and the Surf Coast Shire is hoping that people will embrace it and patronise it. It's a fantastic service going to shopping centres such as Warn Ponds, Torquay and Lorne. We're talking with the Mayor of the Surf Coast Shire, Councillor Dean Webster.
Yes, it's a fantastic service that connects all our smaller communities, both for people that want to do their shopping, inland communities that want to go to the beach, and specifically in Lorne where it's hard to get staff from Colac and our other smaller communities can get public transport down there.
Now, how long is this trial going to last?
It'll be going for a few months, and we tried it last year and it was very successful, especially the Lorne service, because there is no staff accommodation available in Lorne and the price is restrictive, so a lot of the shops are staffed by a young crew from Colac.
And of course, for those who want to do big shopping centres, Warn Ponds is on the agenda as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's fantastic. So the smaller communities, and including Torquay, if they choose to do their shopping in Warn Ponds and they don't have access to a vehicle, then they can use this bus service.
Well, this is a real boon for these people because they must have felt a little bit isolated in the past.
It has, especially people that don't have their own public transport, but we're hoping as many people use this as possible. If we can see that the usage is up, then we'll hopefully look at a full-time service. At
the Mauriac bus stop, right next door to the Mauriac Primary School, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The Association of Surfing Professionals Australasian season began at Torquay with the Pro Junior Men's and Pro Junior Women's events last weekend. The event utilises the Jan Juck through Bells Beach surf breaks and is an initiative aimed at reducing alcohol-fueled violence with a key message: real champions look out for their mates. Debbie Meaney reports.
Surfing Victoria's Championship Moves Junior Pro was held here on the Surf Coast. I caught up with Max Wells, the competition director, to tell us about the 4-star event.
Yeah, we're kicking off the Australian Pro Junior Series this year down here with the Championships Moves Pro Junior, and yeah, it's the waves are not bad. Obviously, you can always ask for better, but we're pretty happy with what we got.
And you've got competitors from around Australia, but also international visitors.
Yeah, we do. We've got competitors, well, just the heat before last had a Portuguese surfer in it. We've got a French surfer coming up. We've got Indonesians. A young kid called Lanny Onwa, who's a pretty exciting young surfer because he's a real aerial surfer. So he's coming up later on today. And a young guy from South Africa. So, yeah, it's a fairly strong international field as well.
And it's a heat draw, but it's also 4-star. Can you explain that to us?
Sure. 4-star, it's a rating system based on how much prize money is on offer, and we're in that third tier. So it's a 6-star, 5-star, 4-star. So we're in the third tier. So there's $20,000 in prize money up for the boys, and there's $3,000 up for the girls.
That's a significant difference. Has that always been like that?
Yeah, it's really hard to get a girls' sponsorship, but we're rebuilding this one. But there's also only about a quarter as many girls in the contest as well. So the girls' field is only around 20 competitors, whereas the guys is over 80.
And this event leads on for surfers into what?
This event is part of a series that adds up, with points adding up towards the end of the year for qualifying for the world titles. So it's a fairly important pathway. And if you consider this event in its previous incarnations under different names, we've had the likes of dual world champion Mick Fanning's won here. If you look at the top 5 surfers in the world, take out Kelly Slater, number 2 Geordie Smith from South Africa, he surfed in this competition. Taj Burrow, B. Durbridge, the best surfers in the world, they've all surfed in this event.
And it's 18 to 25-year-olds?
No, it's under 21, so it's the professional division for world surfing, so it's under 21s, our pro junior divisions.
So Nikki, you're competing today. Tell me about what's led you to here.
Well, last year I did the Australasian Pro Junior Circuit, so this is the first event of the 2010 series.
Tell me, what happens after today?
After today, or after this event, we've got a bit of free time, and then there's the next event up at Newcastle, and then just the rest of the series, probably every month there's a comp.
And Max told us that sponsorship is quite difficult for females. Is that something you've encountered?
Well, I've been pretty lucky with my sponsorship. Like, I've been with Rip Curl since I was 10, so like 6 years, and they've been so good, like helped me out in every way they can, and I think yeah, I've been really lucky with that. Like, some girls are really struggling with that, so I'm just so grateful and yeah, happy with where I am.
This is Debbie Meaney on the Surf Coast for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. The ASP season is certain to be every bit as exciting as previous years, nurturing future stars to the sport. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and return with more news after this.